Sometimes when entering new records into ACT, the contact information may already be in the database. The result is that we've created duplicate records in our database, which really hurts the efficiency of how ACT is supposed to work for us. Fortunately, ACT has the ability to check for duplicate records when we import records or even when we manually create them. Even if a duplicate record somehow slips by and gets into our database, ACT allows us to check for those and correct the problem without losing any important data. So let's say that we've just returned from a trade show over the weekend and we have a stack of business cards of new contacts that we want to enter into ACT. Let's create one of those new contacts now. From the contacts area, I'm just going to click the new button at the top of the screen, and then I'll start entering the information from the business card. We've got Penelope Lincoln from Copper Mine, and then the last thing I need to do is her email. All right, that's all I have so far, so I'm going to click the Save button. Now let's record some history for Penny to signify that we met at the trade show. So I'm going to say that this was a meeting and that the meeting was held and the date was last Saturday at noon for an hour. And in the regarding field, I'll just say demonstration. And down in the details, we'll say we met at the trade show and Penny is very interested in our new canning line. Okay, now I'll click OK to that so that this history gets recorded in ACT. Now if I go to my list view and I scroll down to Penny, I can see that she's already listed here as Penny Lincoln when I've just created Penelope Lincoln. So we have a duplicate contact here, but I don't want to delete either one of them because then I'll lose all the data inside the record. So we need to find a way to combine both contact records into one. I'm going to double click Penny Lincoln's record just to see what kind of data is there. I can see there's a lot of history here with this record, so I definitely don't want to delete it. So let's combine them. I'm going to go to my Tools menu, and I'll choose Copy/Move Contact Data. On this first screen, I'm going to just check this box to hide this. I don't need to see this in the future, and I'll click Next. And now I want to select from all contacts, and in the Look For box, I'm going to type Penny's last name, which is Lincoln. Now down below, it automatically shows me the first record that has the name Lincoln as a name. So I'm going to hold down my Control button and I'm going to click the other Penny Lincoln record so that they're both highlighted because these are the two records that I want to merge. So I'm going to click Next now. And now we can specify which contact is the source and which is the target. This really allows us to move one record's information into the other record. So the target will be the permanent record and the source will be the one that we eventually delete after the copy takes place. So since the Penny Lincoln contains more information, I'm going to make that my target. And I'll leave Copy Contact 1 to Contact 2 selected, and I'll click Next. From here we can just review all of the fields that are going to get copied over. If any of the fields in the target do not contain the data from the source, we need to do a manual copy. So as I scroll down, I can see pretty much everything on the right has already been populated. So that looks good to me. I'm going to click Next. And here I can decide which of the tabs on the contact record I should copy items from the source to the target. Well, I want to copy everything, so I'm going to leave all of these checked and click Next. And now I need to decide what to do with the source once the copy is finished. I want to delete the source record because that's the whole point. I want to get rid of my duplicates, so I'm going to click Next. ACT warns me that deleting contacts cannot be undone, and I would like to continue, so I'll click Next again. And we're all finished, so now I can click Finish to complete the wizard. So now if I look up Penny Lincoln again, and I go to her History tab, I can see that the history record I created for Penelope Lincoln has been copied over to the Penny Lincoln record. So we've succeeded in merging these two contact records. Now, to proactively protect our records going forward, let's make sure that duplicate checking is enabled in my ACT database. Once again, I'll go to my Tools menu. This time I'm going to go to Preferences. And on the Preferences window, let's click the Admin tab. Down at the bottom, we have our duplicate checking section. So I'm going to click Duplicate Checking, and here we can enable automatic duplicate checking on company, contact, or group records. I'm going to leave contact selected, And next we can choose how the system will detect a record match by setting up to 3 variables which must be satisfied in order to trigger the duplicate checking process. I have it set to check on contact name and then on email. And that's why duplicate checking didn't trigger on Penny Lincoln, because the name didn't match. So to fix this, I could just choose email and then nothing else. Last, we need to check this box to enable this automated feature. And once we're all done, click OK, and then OK again. And now duplicate checking is enabled. So by managing duplicate records, we can maintain the integrity of our database and have confidence in the records it holds.